everyone, welcome back to April Adair Shares, or welcome if you're new here. My name is April and I love all things farmhouse, vintage, junking, thrifting, gardening, all that good stuff. I do a lot of Dollar Tree DIYs, but today is a Trash to Treasure video. This is in collaboration with Casey from Coffee with My Sunshine. She has a monthly series using trash to create treasure, and she asked me to be her co-host for the month of October, and I was so excited because I love her channel so much. She inspires me so much, and this is such a fun series that anyone can join in on. That's what makes it so fun, is we can all join in and share each other's ideas and creations. And there will be a link in the description box of both of our channels to the playlist, so please go check everyone out and show them some love, support them. And with all of that, let's go ahead and get right into the video so I can show you what I created. Okay, so we're starting off in my dirty garage. This is a pile of wood that I told you guys in a previous video that I got for free. I was so excited, and then this on the top is the wood that I'm going to use to make a little Christmas ladder. It's from a chair that my mom tore apart and hauled off to the dump, but I took the back of it and I think it was the arms that I took off. No, it wasn't the arms, but anyway, it was part of the wood that I took from the chair. And then this chair, I actually got two of these chairs. Here is the one that I made over in a previous video. This is the second one that I had told you guys that I didn't think I could use because it had, just the bottom of it is messed up. See, there's like that hard glue, or I don't know what that stuff is, on the bottom. So I wasn't going to use it. I was either going to just get rid of it or just leave it out in my garage to have out there. But I thought, you know, I could paint it red and I could use it for this video. So that's what I did, and I love how it turned out. Here, I was going to use the bigger pieces of wood and make a bigger ladder, but then I just decided to use these little ones, and I just got a miter box from Home Depot. So, oh my gosh, okay, so this is not made to cut big pieces of wood, obviously. I just really wanted to make this ladder, so I was really determined to cut this wood, but yeah, I would not recommend it. It was a lot of work, but I got them to cut, so I was really excited, and I just decided to make a little bit of a smaller ladder. And I love the way that this wood is just like really warped and old looking, so I wanted to use this wood instead. And I just about died trying to cut the wood, but I did get it cut finally. Hopefully I didn't ruin that saw. That's the first time I've ever used it. But I cut the wood down, wiped it off, and then kind of laid it out to figure out how I wanted it to look. And this paint I got at Michael's, and it looks kind of orangey on film, I think, but in person it looks really red. It looks like true red. And I wanted to make sure when I was painting it, I wanted the wood to show through because I just love the way that wood looks, how it looks so old and just, you know, beat up. So I purposely left some of the wood showing, and I love the way that turned out. One thing I wish I wouldn't have done was I had my husband spray some clear coat on top, and I also had him do that on the chair, and I love the way it looks on the chair, but I don't love the way it looks. I wish I would have left the ladder without the clear coat. I like the way it looks right there where I'm showing it. See, oh my gosh, I just love how that wood color shows through. I just think it looks so good. But anyway, next I moved on to the chair, and again I just painted it with that red paint. And here I'm showing you just a better close, there's more light so you can see that glue that I was talking about, but really you can't see it, especially when it's painted. I think if I had painted it white you might be able to see it more, but with the red paint you really can't see it. And this is glass cleaner. Don't ask me why I use glass cleaner, it's just what I have on hand, just to kind of clean off the chair. And then I just painted it with one coat, and then I did put a second coat over most of it, not the whole thing, just where I saw that some of the wood was still showing through. And then I saw a chair on Pinterest with the buffalo check on the seat, and I just thought it was so cute, and I thought, you know, I could set this out at Christmas time, and then when Christmas is over I can just set it back in my garage and have a chair out there. So here I'm doing the buffalo check on the seat, and so you just lay a piece of tape in the middle and then 3 pieces in a row, remove one, and do that all the way across. And then you want to make a darker red color for your second coat, and once that is dry, you take the tape off, and then you want to put your tape in the opposite direction, starting in the middle, lay down 3, remove the middle one, and continue that pattern across so that they're spaced out evenly. I did kind of have a hard time getting around the back of the chair there. And then here you want to make a teeny tiny bit darker red than the original, but not as dark red as the second coat. And then after that dries, you want to do the same pattern across the top without removing the other tape. I did do a lot better job of explaining how to do the buffalo check in my previous video, but I just love the way it turned out. These are Dollar Tree stencils that they have at Dollar Tree right now, and I thought that I would either use that little Christmas tree or this little reindeer, but I love the way the little reindeer turned out. I think it's so cute. And then I did have to kind of touch it up to make it not look so messy, but I just think it made this whole chair so adorable, and it pulled in the little bit of black from the seat, and then my husband sprayed the clear coat on it, and I just love it. I just think it's so pretty. So I'm really happy with that. Next, we're doing DIY Christmas containers using old oatmeal containers. One of these I had, and then my mom gave me one that she had once she was done using it. And so the first thing that I did was just paint one of them white and set that aside to dry. And the other one, this is some old wrapping paper that I had from last year. I probably got it at Walmart or somewhere like that. I just kind of measured it, cut it down, and then Mod Podged it on. And I'm terrible at Mod Podge. Apparently, I always have wrinkles in my Mod Podge. I don't know if I'm putting it on too thick or what I'm doing, but for these particular containers, I actually like the fact that it has the wrinkles in it. I just think that it looks more, I don't know, it just kind of goes with the whole look. I like the wrinkles in it, but I did not do that on purpose. I was trying to make it smooth. For the next one, I printed off some free buffalo check just on my printer, and I did include a link to the free printable that I used. And here I was just trying to figure out if I wanted the bigger buffalo check or the smaller, but I did like the smaller better. And I just cut it down so that the patterns would match up, so that the squares would keep their same pattern evenly all the way around. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys that I did paint the inside of my buffalo check container white, and I painted the inside of the other one red. I just think it makes it look more like a real container. It looks really pretty that way. Next, we're making DIY Christmas bells, and I thought that I came up with this idea on my own using plastic water bottles, but it's definitely not an original idea. I used metallic silver, white, and then a dark gray to make it look galvanized. So I just painted the metallic silver on, set that aside to dry, and then I moved on to my DIY Christmas wreath. I used one of those boxes from a mini Christmas tree from Dollar Tree, and I just decided to kind of make some leaves, draw some leaves on, and then paint it green. I used this moss green color from Waverly. Yes, I love that paint. I love that color so much. And you know what I did, you guys, is I painted both sides without even thinking. I painted both sides, painted right over my pattern, and so then I had to just like freehand it, but it was fine. It was easy. These are little plastic cups. I didn't end up using them, so I'm just showing you here for the second coat. on the water bottles, which I was also doing on these cups, you want to add your dark gray color and just kind of tap it all around, and then after that dries you add your white and do the same thing. But I got way too much on, so I did have to go back over it with a little bit of the gray and silver and just kind of even it out. But the final result I think turned out really good. I'm not really good at this yet, doing the galvanized look, but I'm practicing. Here I'm cutting out my little leaves for my wreath and just cutting them out, kind of arranging them to the size that I want, and then hot gluing them together, just a little dab of hot glue to attach all of the leaves together. And I just think this little wreath is so cute. If I made it smaller, actually I might, even though it's not smaller, I might still put it on my Christmas tree just as an ornament. I added some buffalo check ribbon that I got at, I don't know, I got it at Michael's or Walmart, somewhere like that, and made a bow and then dovetailed the ends. And then these are little berries from a Dollar Tree pick, and I decided to just take one off and hot glue, take one off at a time and hot glue them down around the wreath. And I just think this is so cute. And then I just made a little hanging part and hot glued that on, and this is how it turned out. And here you can see my ladder with the spray on it, the clear coat. I do think it looked better without that clear coat, but it's still really cute, and I think the wreath is just adorable. Next, I'm creating little signs to put on the front of my containers, and again, these are just free printables. If you just search Merry Christmas free printable or something like that, there's all kinds of things that you can find. And these letters I printed out, painted them red, let that dry, and then cut out the letters. And here, I don't know what I was thinking, I just kind of wanted that Merry Christmas to blend in more, so I kind of just went around it with red paint. I don't know if that looks good or not, you guys let me know. And then here I hot glued just put a teeny tiny dab of hot glue to hold my letters down, and then just put Mod Podge on them. And I love this red and white polka dot ribbon. I love that pattern. And so I just tied a ribbon around the container, and then I'm moving back to my bells, and I just hot glued them together and kind of wrapped around half of a ribbon. I just wanted it to be a little bit skinnier to make the hanging part. And then I made a bow for the front, and I think my bow is way too big for these bells, but I still think it is really pretty. So, and this is wired ribbon, which I would definitely recommend using wired ribbon if you're going to be making bows, because it just keeps them, when they hold their shape. And then I just dovetailed the ends and just hot glued that on. And then I took some jute string and just tied like 3 knots at the end. Oh, well, actually I added some more of that pick that I had cut apart. Here I tied like 3 knots together to make a bigger knot at the end, and then cut off the excess and just hot glued that inside of my little bells to make the little, ringing part. And I think it's so cute, even though you can't really see it, you won't really be able to see it, but I know it's there, and I think it's really, really cute. I couldn't think of anything else to use to make the little ringing part. And here they are all completed. I do need to work on my galvanizing, but I think they turned out really cute, considering that they're water bottles. So next I moved on to the inside of my containers, and this is an old bucket that I found out in my garage. We moved into this house like a year ago, just over a year ago, and I have so much stuff out there that I need to go through, but I found this little bucket and decided to use it. I did tie around a little bow with jute twine, and then the little Merry Christmas sign, I got at Joann's last weekend, so they probably still have them. They have a couple different ones, and I think they're so cute. And here I just wrapped around some jute twine around this container, tied a simple bow, and that is it for this one. And I just love these. I think these make awesome containers. There's so many different things that you could use, you know, besides oatmeal containers. Any old container, jars, cans, anything like that would make just really cute Christmas decor, I think. Here I stuffed some little Walmart bags down in the bottom of this, and then I think this big pick is from Walmart, and there's another one of those little signs. This one says do not open until Christmas, and I think this container turned out so cute. And here's everything all done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this inspires you to maybe see what you have laying around your house that you could turn into treasure. Don't forget to check out Coffee with My Sunshine and everyone else in the playlist. And I love you guys. I will see you next time. Bye.